Hey guys, Striker here, and today I will be doing a mod showcase. I will be doing the tornadoes and weather mod in this episode. So yes, basically what this mod consists of is tornadoes, wind, yes, wind, and leaves being able to picked up by the wind, and there are many items that are new. And yeah, I'll just go ahead and show you them. First, I'm going to show you the results of what a tornado can do. So I had a few little test runs earlier, and as you can see, the land here has just been torn up, and items have been, like dirt and all this has been flown in places it shouldn't be, like all of this, and piece of ice right here when it should be all the way over there. And you can tell I did a couple different tornadoes at once because of all these trails. See, there's one, there's one, there's one, there's one, and there's also another one off that way, and there. But yeah, they just cause mass destruction. You can see all of these different blocks that have just been picked up out of their respective biome and placed somewhere else. And you might be able to hear the wind. It's just yeah, you see, you can see some leaves. So if you see rapid moving winds, not winds, if you see the leaves start to move rapidly, sort of in a spinning motion, then you can tell that a tornado is about to come. But yeah, the winds are picking up. Yeah, the winds are picking up pretty softly now. They're not getting too strong, because you can the way you can tell if winds are getting strong is if you're standing in a place, just standing here, the wind can actually move you in the direction it's blowing. And also a new thing I just barely noticed a while ago is that the water is sort of rising, like the waves. So I think that's pretty cool looking. Now to the items. So we have here, we have tornado sensors, which whenever a tornado comes, I think they start beeping, or I'm not sure. I'm actually not sure what these things do. But then there's the tornado siren, which is very helpful. Not everyone, but if you know what a tornado is, then you probably know what a tornado siren is. So basically, if a tornado starts forming, it will go off. And for some reason, these items are string. I might have to patch a texture pack for this. Maybe default. I might have to change texture packs. But first is the worm gun. This has really nothing to do with weather or anything at all. Basically, it spawns this string of fire. Yeah, it's supposed to be a worm. Not sure what the point of it is, but it sort of sets fires to It sets fire to things, and it will attack mobs and you. And then there is the shockwave item. So if you right-click with it, actually let me do it on land. It would probably be easier on land. It'll sort of pick up the items and fling them, which I'm not sure why it's not doing it. This is weird. But yeah, as you can tell, it sort of picks up the item and throws it. That's weird. It usually does more. Maybe it's because of the wind. Yep, see, as you can see here, it did. The dirt just randomly just flies up in the air. But since there's no wind around, since there's no wind, the items just pop up. But if there is wind, they will actually kind of move in the wind. So that's another way if you can tell. If you can't see the leaves, that's another way of telling if the wind is blowing, to see if, you know, the items move when they pop up. Then there's the drill item. It basically creates a big hole and it throws the items off in another direction. So if I go ahead and do that, as you can see, it's just creating a hole. and the rest of the items are just being thrown over here. And in fact, I haven't checked to see it if they actually get deposited or if they... Yes, they actually get placed whenever they get thrown. So it just creates... This would be good for creating your mineshaft sort of thing. Then there is the test item. I also see no point in this. And the wind is starting to pick up again. But it basically takes a bunch of items, or a bunch of blocks out of the ground and forms this, what is it, 4x4 tower of uselessness. But since it's called the test item, I think it was just something random that the creator decided to make. Then, oh yeah, there's also one more thing. The vector tree. Not Victor. Basically, it looks like this, although I think it might look something different in the texture pack. But I'll just button on this tree. If you place one wood block, it starts to slowly progress and grow into a bigger shrubbish-like tree. It doesn't look like a real tree to where it has a solid, upright trunk. It actually forms sideways, and it looks like something you might see in a fantasy world. See, it just grows on. It does not look like a tree whatsoever. Yep, that's basically it with the items, except for the tornado gun, which I decided to do last because that's the main point of this mod, which is, or not main point, but in my opinion, the big part of the mod. So let's go ahead and do it somewhere far away that has been not been affected by the tornado at all. Probably in a forest, because it looks... yeah, you can see here that this piece of ice is not... These pieces of ice do not belong here. And they are just sitting on these trees. So that's how far pieces can be flown... blocks can be flung by a tornado. So let's go ahead and spawn one here. Now if I have my tornado siren and detector, wait, what's it called? Yeah, sensor, then you can hear the siren going off, and you'll just see this giant cloud, and the tornado just, it's a funnel, and it will pick up any blocks around it, and mobs, and you actually. It'll pick you up too. Let me see if I can get closer to it and see if it'll pick me up. No, I think I have to change my game mode. See if I can do it. Oops. Yeah, you see, you can be moved by it, and I'm not... See, it's like a super jump. And as it goes over water, it turns blue to resemble that it is picking up the water. And you just get thrown around in a tornado. And as you can see, I just got hurt because some block came around and hit me, I think. That might be why I got hurt. Yeah, so if you get hit by blocks in the tornado, you will actually take damage. I'm gonna go ahead and change our game mode. So these things go pretty far. They will eventually die down, but they mostly die down sooner if they go over water. Because the last one I did died down when it went, or the last few I spawned died down over water. And yeah, I think they do sometimes vary in shape or size, or not size, sort of size, depending on the shape, but they can sometimes be wider and skinnier, but that only happens when they naturally spawn instead of using the tornado gun. So yeah, as you can see, it is starting to die down, and it disappears, and eventually these clouds will drift off and disappear from plain sight. Let's go back and check out the damage that this thing did. And I just noticed this. That the water looks different when you fly over it. Whoa. I don't think it's a texture mod. But yeah, you see it just creates this giant... You might think it would be a bit bigger, but it's basically only the bottom tip of the tornado that's causing damage on the ground. Or at least causing the craters on the ground. But yeah, you can see all these blocks that have been picked up and thrown around. And it just creates a very big trail. So if you were to do... So my advice would be, if you're playing a single player map with this mod on, always have a tornado siren. I don't see the point of a tornado sensor. I'm gonna have to look that up and put it in the description. But because if you're off mining and you hear it go off, then you can tell that's when the tornado's coming. That's all I would need to know that a tornado's coming. The tornado sensor didn't really do anything. I mean, maybe it creates a redstone signal. I'm not sure. Let's see if I spawn another one here. Yeah, so it doesn't create a redstone signal. Oh wait, wrong thing. Oh, so it does. Sweet. Yeah, I didn't know that. So that could actually be very helpful. Or not very helpful, but that could be very fun to play around with. Like if a tornado goes off, or a tornado forms, you could have like pistons. You could have like pistons cover up the openings of your house or something. I don't know, so blocks don't get flung into it. But yeah, very, very fun mod. I will post a installation video for this too. It's rather simple compared to other mods, because some mods I know require many things, but all I used for this was the actual mod itself and Minecraft Forge Universal. But yep, that's basically it for this mod showcase, and I hope you enjoyed the mod. See you guys later.